Choo choo. Choo choo. Choo choo. Train gate. Not Watergate. Not even Plebgate. Train gate. Yeah, you've all heard about it. It's one day after it broke in the media. Most of the commentators have been on about it on TV. I've even been arguing with my friends in the Labour Party about it. And sure enough, Traingate has broken. What an absolute load of puerile rubbish. Designed what? Designed why? Designed to smear Jeremy Corbyn. Again, to smear the man. It's quite simple the way it worked out. You've only got to ask people who were there. The way it worked out was Jeremy and his team got on a train to York with a load of other people getting on the same train to York. And the train was, let's use Jeremy's phrase, ram-packed. Quite like that, ram-packed. You have to ram them in, you have to pack them in. Packing them in so closely that the train surely is hardly safe if it has to stop in an emergency. Packing them in so closely that Jeremy, along with plenty of other people, had to sit on the floor. Now, everyone is going on about he was passing seats that were empty. And everybody's saying, yeah, but they had little reserve tags on them. And little ankle biters, little children, I mean, they're hardly going to do much to sort of pop their head up for the camera, are they? They might pop their head round the side if you try and sit on them. And Jeremy, being a nice kind of guy, British kind of guy actually, wasn't going to try and sit on children. And do you know what? He wasn't going to violate that other great British tradition of moving somebody's bag off their seat who had probably gone to use the toilet, which was probably had a nice long queue. Because you wouldn't do that, would you? Well, you wouldn't if you were a decent person. You wouldn't if you were a nice person. You might if you were the kind of person who wanted to start some train rage, because you can imagine us Brits getting involved in a bit of train rage, can't you? Well, train rage would have become the thing, not just for Jeremy, but anybody. I mean, anybody you interrupt or get in the way of now immediately lashes out. Rage is the response of the day. Blind, violent rage. Rage against everybody because you feel so impotent. Anyway, he wouldn't do any of those things, and he ended up sitting down in a transfer section, as we can see, by the door. And eventually what happened, really simple, the Virgin Guard managed to give somebody else an upgrade, free of charge of course, to first class, and then Jeremy was offered their seats in second class. Simple really, isn't it? But dear old Richard Branson, who likes running his ram-packed trains, but more than running his ram-packed trains, he loves all the government subsidies of some millions upon millions of pounds that he gets for running overfilled trains to a standard that I think is unsafe. Yep. Well, he didn't like that. He thought he'd better argue with Jeremy, and so we get the date-stamped video that apparently doesn't agree. We now have the situation also, which I think is far more fun, much more fun. Dear old Rich has told corporates, I'm sure Rich didn't do this personally, but he's told corporate, get that video out there. And he probably didn't say, you do realise that this is violating conditions under the Data Protection Act, and it's not having everybody pixelated out. You'll notice that what you see now on the BBC and everything is all very nicely pixelating people out, because, oh, they don't want to get done for not pixelating people out. Oh dear, no, can't do that. Yeah, they might get prosecuted. So notice that versions of the video are changing. Interesting thing, that, isn't it? You can change and edit videos now. You can do that. I could do that with this video. It's probably not one of my better, because I'm just waking up, really. But isn't it obvious? Branson is in with the money-making elite. He's completely against renationalisation of our railways, that a lot of people are in favour of, quite honestly. He's against it because he'll lose money, for crying out loud. What do you expect? Do you expect him to go, well, Jeremy, have a great trip on Virgin Railways? Doesn't matter to him, though, because, as we all know, he's got his own private island. He doesn't pay any UK tax, and do you honestly think he cares about you on your ram-packed train journey to somewhere in the UK, some station or another? Do you think he cares? Well, he cares about your money. Let's be honest, because he adds that to the money the government and the state give him, and he gets even richer. So I'm just dying to see if the Information Commissioner will do anything about this. Do you know what? I tend to think it will all just go away, don't you? A bit like Tory election fraud. It'll all just go away. Like everything goes away when you're rich. Have a great day.